Avengers, assemble. Welcome back to Sanders Presents. I'm Greg, and if you're enjoying the content we're producing, please consider following that link in the description below to become an Avenger today by assembling with us on Patreon. We have two tiers available, a $3 tier and a $5 tier. At the $5 tier, you join the fine users in the credits that you're looking at. You become an Avenger Premium member, and your name will appear in every video along with these other fine Avenger Premium members. And to all of my Avengers, thank you all so much for your support and for making this content possible. The support on Patreon allows us to focus and work on making content driven by you, driven by our community. So thank you so much. Now, let's get right into it. This is an interesting topic, or at least to me, it's interesting because I wasn't expecting this response after Hawkeye, and I'm really surprised, still going through emails and DMs. I'm really shocked at the amount of people who think Kingpin's who is dead in the MCU. That really does. That shocks me. I figure people expected the way the camera cuts, it's off screen, the shot happens. Obviously, there's more at play, and obviously they didn't get Vincent D'Onofrio back for just 2 appearances in the MCU. There's a long road ahead, and again, if you've been following this channel, if you've watched our scoops, if you've watched our exclusives, you know Vincent D'Onofrio does have a future. Again, I don't consider myself spoiling anything because I honestly didn't think anybody would think he was actually dead, with or without the knowledge of the leaks that we have obtained. That being said, there is quite the response of people going, oh my God, but he's not dead. Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, Wilson Fisk in the MCU is not dead. He was not shot dead by Echo. It's actually a really awesome homage to the comics. When Echo realizes who's responsible for her father's death, she goes and she shoots him in the face, and again, she blinds Wilson Fisk. He is actually blind until he gets a weird eye transplant. I don't expect the MCU to go down that route directly. I don't. If they do, hey, awesome. I love sticking as close to the comics as possible. If anything, he'll be injured for a little bit, or at the very least, he may not have even been shot. Maybe he fought back, gun fired. We don't know. There's a lot of context missing. We don't know exactly how it's going to go down, but we know he does survive because of the future and what's coming, on top of the fact that it does also homage the moment from the comics. Again, when he tells Echo, sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye. Again, it's a bit on the nose, very clever. I love the homage to the comics. I love what the show did with it as well, but I also absolutely loved Kingpin in the entire finale of Hawkeye. I loved his display of strength. I love how he stood up to all those freaking arrows and all this stuff getting fired at him. It was just a really crazy, awesome display, and actually felt like I was finally watching comic book Kingpin brought to life, and I really do adore it. They also made Vincent, they made Vincent D'Onofrio bigger through the use of the costume. Obviously, not visual effects, but just in terms of, because, he's not like crazy into the Spider-Verse Kingpin. He's not massive like that. But they did make him bigger through the use of, again, clothing is just my kind of assumption going off of it. But I am really excited, and I just wanted to drop in, and I wanted to be very, very clear, to answer every DM, every question that I've gotten. Wilson Fisk Kingpin is alive. Vincent D'Onofrio is returning as Kingpin. As soon as next year, in terms of filming, of course. So you don't have to worry. Pretty much that ending between Echo and Kingpin, that's really a teaser for the Echo show. They want you to tune into Echo, and they have their big hook. And I imagine everyone's going to be tuning into Echo. Honestly, in my professional opinion, in terms of marketing, I think the best decision right now is to play like Kingpin actually is dead until that first episode, because you already have a large portion of the audience who thinks Kingpin is actually dead, which is crazy to me, but they do. So use that excitement over the first episode. Discover the fate of the Kingpin, however you want to advertise it. Or maybe they'll go in a different direction, and Kevin Feige will just come out and say, of course we didn't kill him, and that'll be the end of it, and the trailers will show him, and then people will realize, oh, he's not dead. I don't know which way they'll go about it. If I was involved in the marketing, I would make people tune in to see the fate of the Kingpin. But again, it's business. It's shrewd business practice, though it may be. But hey, you want eyes on it. You want eyes on Echo. That's a good way of doing it, in my opinion. So let me know, were you someone who was concerned about the fate of the Kingpin, or did you read the comics? Did you notice the homage? Had you already read that comic? Growing up reading these comics, ever so often seeing a panel brought to life, man, I love it. Even seeing Kingpin in his outfit from Family Business, that stuff just gets me giddy. You know, because again, I've just grown up reading so much of this stuff. It's just really exciting to see anything from it, you know, brought to the screen so directly. Now, to my Avengers, thank you so much for your support and for making this content possible. If you're able, please consider assembling with us on our Patreon and become an Avenger today. And to everyone, thank you for being a part of this conversation. I do appreciate it. Please like this video if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share our content on social media. It helps immensely with YouTube's analytics and algorithms. Above all else, and most importantly, stay safe, take care of others, and have a marvelous day. Bye, everyone.